Alrighty, YouTube, it's your boy Zxous, and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. And in this video, we're just gonna have a little discussion video, more just like general conversation video. You guys definitely make sure you guys have conversations in the comments on this video, right? But we're gonna be talking about the squads that have been shown out online for obviously future characters to come, some characters that are going to be getting added into current squads, and then obviously future squads to come as well. And I want to talk about one important squad here because I think this is going to be very nice for the game, honestly, at least for me personally. But make sure you guys subscribe and like. I want to say we're trying to get to 6,000 by the end of the month. I think we can do it. We have like 2 weeks left to do it, and we've been growing like crazy. We just need, I think, little under 400 subscribers, or just under 400 subscribers for that. So if you're new, subscribe. I want to try to get 10,000 by the end of the year, but depends on how fast we grow and how consistent we grow that we might be able to do that. But hey, if you want to make your boy happy, subscribe. But yeah, we're going to be talking about the squads that have been put out here because there's some interesting stuff here. And yeah, like I said, there's one squad in particular that I want to talk about because I think this is going to be very good for the game. So if we take a look here at the squad I'm talking about, is the 777 squad. Right now, we already knew about this character in the story, but Rogue is actually a part of the 777 squad. Now, for me, this is quite huge, and I say that because people, obviously, as of right now, when you describe Blanc and when you describe Noir, you describe it as Blanc only works if Noir is on the team. Noir only works if Blanc's on the team. But obviously that's not the case. When Rogue drops into the game, she's actually going to save Blanc and Noir in multiple ways, right? One thing that I hate right now is that I can't run a Nice with Blanc for this, obviously, the damage taken debuff, because the only way I can have this consistently is if I have Noir on the team, since she's the only character from the squad. But if you guys actually read these skills, it doesn't say activates when Noir is on the team. It doesn't say that. Yeah, technically it means that as of right now because Noir is the only other character on the squad in the game. But it says activates when full burst ends with an ally from the same squad. Same squad on the battlefield. Now, when they drop Rogue, she's going to be on the squad. So that means Blanc will be able to work without me having to have Noir on the team if I have Rogue. And that's very good because, again, there's a lot of comps where you can't run them because Noir increases max ammo capacity, where you probably want to have her where you probably want to run Blanc, but you don't want to have Noir to increase that max ammo capacity. For example, Summer and Nice, right? So I think obviously Rogue, when Rogue does drop for this squad, it's going to be very big for the game because you can mix and match it, right? You don't always have to run Blanc with Noir no more. You're not going to have to run Noir with Blanc anymore. And obviously they're fantastic together, but again, for that specific comp, or those specific comps where you don't want the max ammo capacity, but you want all the benefits, I click add, but you want all the benefits from Blanc, the healing, the indomitability, right, the shield, and then obviously the damage taken as the main burst 2 unit. That is where a character like Rose is going to be useful. And I kind of hope that they do more stuff like that for like this squad, right? Because if you guys watched my video of the skip these couple banners, I don't know if I can really show you guys. Hopefully I can. These girls right here are predicted to be in the next, quote unquote, predicted to be in the next, 2 or 3 banners. And I think they're siblings. I don't know the lore about these two. If you guys know the lore about these characters, definitely, like I said, have a conversation in the comments because it's a discussion video. But it doesn't really change the fact that if these two characters, are siblings or something like that, they can also get one of those effects where it's like you have to have the character on the same squad and stuff like that. Another thing that I want to point out is that, for example, the Happy Zoo squad, Nero and Biscuit don't work at all together. They don't work well with each other at all, but they're from the same squad. So we know that just because they're in the same squad doesn't mean their best partner is somebody else in the squad. I mean, we already knew that, of course, but right, I want them to, like, maybe, for example, whoever this character is in the Happy Zoo squad, maybe in the future, right, when they drop her, she could have an effect that says when somebody from her squad, only her though, not Biscuit, not Nero, But when she drops, they can give her a skill that says when someone on the same squad is on the battlefield, she gets an effect, right? Maybe it can be a healing effect that will actually work better with Nero. So there's a lot of things they could do with that, but it's just really up to Nikke to just use their brain. Because Nero right now only works with Rapunzel. A big way they can save her is if they, make it that if this character is either healing like, what's her name? She's healing like Rapunzel in the same capacity or something like that, or make it that when she uses, when she's on the same team as, somebody on the squad, either Nero or Biscuit, she does something that makes these characters better, right? So those are little things that I personally would want in the game, or me personally, I would like to see. Obviously, there's other stuff here, like the heavy gram. Now, I searched this thing up on thing, and this is a character. Well, we've seen this a long time ago, but this is a character in the game, right? We're not in the game, but this is going to be a character, just a regular robot. So that's going to be fun and new. That's going to be so fun to use. Obviously, the school circle is predicted to be the brand, like the next banner after Helm and Anise. So we'll see, but I'm definitely summoning for this girl. I think you guys said her name was, so you guys said this girl's name was like Dry, but with a Z, so Zwei or Zwei, something like that. And then let me go pull up the comments. What do you guys say this girl's name was? Yeah, so for example, someone says it's pronounced ein, like in line. So ein. So ein and then Zwei, like dry. So Zwei and ein, right? Which means 1 and 2 in German. I love how y'all, chat. Yo, if you're still watching, bro, put a W in the comments for yourself, bro. I would have never knew that, personally. But you guys know, and you guys even gave me the origin, right? The German, right? Rather than just saying it's ein and Zwein or ein and Zwei, y'all said it's ein and Zwei, and that means 1 and 2 in German, which is crazy, right? I would have never. I like how y'all do that. So W's for you guys, of course. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we obviously. This kind of just also tells us characters are gonna come into the game, right? So obviously Moran, we already knew who Moran was from the story. Obviously that's the part 3, right? Because like I said, there's a lot of part 3s to this. So for example, I guess you could say the Summer Helm was the part 3 to the Aegis Squad, or Anchor was. I don't really know what you're gonna say there, but obviously part 3 to the Underworld Queen would be Moran. Part 3, technically, I guess part 2 for the D Squad would be K. I don't know who this is. Probably like Z, whatever her name is. They like seem to be letters here, but yeah, I do think this is pretty cool, right? There's some future characters coming. There's some cool pilgrims coming. I forgot their names, but this character right here, it's like what do they call it? A nebula? Nebula? Is that what it's called? Like that Egyptian, like that bearish type. That girl is gonna be nice, bro. I cannot wait for this character. Her animations and stuff are already. Hey, you can do your research. But you couldn't. Trust me. But yeah, this is pretty cool, right? But I do, like, the biggest thing that I'm taking away from this entire chart, obviously, if you guys want to look for all the other cool stuff that you've been looking forward to, they might be up in this squad or on this chart. But biggest thing I'm looking forward to, obviously, is Rogue, right? And then if they do end up doing future characters where they gain a benefit from being paired up with somebody on their squad. But the Rogue is really going to be game-changing because Blanc and Noir have to be ran together, and maybe people don't want to do that. Hence myself with the Summer and Nice unit, I just want to run her with Blanc, but I can't do that because I have to have Noir there, and I do not want to run her with Noir because Noir hurts her. But with Rogue, perfectly fixes my problem there. So you guys let me know what you think. It's your boy Zxous. I'll see you guys next one. I'm out. Peace.